Good morning, children. Welcome to the social session. For the past few days, we have been learning about the early phase of nationalist movement, that is from 1885 to 1918. So, under this, yesterday we tried to understand about the establishment of a platform, a common platform, where the grievances of the people would be near to the solution. They tried a kind of method through which the government may hear to them. So, the formation or the establishment of Indian National Congress, which was presided over by the W.C. Banerjee in 1885, was a common platform for them. And this session, which was held, first session was held in December with 72 delegates, has slowly increased to thousands of members of Indian National Congress. And as the Congress started becoming very strong, the period until the early period, the first 20 years of this period is called as a moderate period. And why it is called as a moderate period, I tried to tell you. And they followed a pray, petition and protest. This was the short form of the moderates. First they pray, sir, please do it. Then they give the petition, and third was to protest, because government never hear to the petitions given by these people. So they protest. Even though the government never persuaded the petitions given, but these petitions made them to understand the Indian future, how to solve the future problems. A complete understanding was achieved because of the work of the Congress, Indian National Congress. Today, let us see that there were major famines in the British India. There were many major famines occurred. It was in the year 1943. A great famine called Bengal famine has broken out. And in the 18th century also there were many famines. We have seen during the landlords and tenants about the Ganjam famine. And now I am talking about the Bengal famine, which broke out Bengal famine, which broke out in the year 1943. And you know, the people like R.C. Dutt and M.G. Ranade, Dadabhai Naoroji have studied the economic impact of these British policies on India, and they told that because of the excessive land revenue system implemented by the Britishers, most of the villagers and most of the peasants have become puppets, or almost what we call completely ruined their life under the landlords because of this tenure system. And this was because of the consequences were devastating, and when the famine breaks out, the conditions will be devastating, and there were not even buffer stock to face the bad harvest. Most of the famines occur because of the bad harvest. And you know what is a harvest? Panta. When there is no proper crop that year, that is called as a bad harvest, and because of the bad harvest, that leads to a famine. And government never had any plan of keeping the buffer stock in the country. What they have done is they started exporting these rice grains, paddy and wheat, to the European markets, and they sold them there. And even the stocks which are present here, they are unable to control the prices. The prices rised up, and due to the rise in the prices, black marketing occurred, and government has no control over it. So all this led to the death of millions of people during the famines. And next phase, from 1905 to 1920, this phase is called as extremist phase. There is a revolutionary change which occurred in the, until then it was from 1885 to 1905, it was moderate period. The moderate period is pray, petition and protest. Now the next period is 1905 to the 1920. This is the extremist period, and it all began with the Swadeshi movement. So with the start of the Swadeshi movement in 1903, the Indian national movement took a major leap. A major change has occurred. Women, students and a large number of large section of urban people and rural population of Bengal and other parts of India became politically active. Until then, they never had what's happening in the government and who is responsible for their sake, for their condition in the country. So now they slowly, a political consciousness has emerged in the country, and women, children, and many different sections of the people in the urban India as well as in the rural India, they started participating very actively in the politics. One major trigger for the movement was a proposal for the partition of the Bengal. What is this partition of the Bengal? Bengal would be divided into two, that is East Bengal and West Bengal. This is called as a Bengal partition. This proposal has come in 1903. So as soon as this proposal was brought by Lord Curzon, who was the Governor General that time of India, this Lord Curzon wanted to divide Bengal into East Bengal and West Bengal. So this government act was looked at Bengali people to weaken the national movement and to divide the Bengalis. Even the ordinary people of Bengal were enraged by this act. They were not convinced with this act, and they took to streets to protest against the act. There were massive protests, there were petitions, campaigns held, but government never came back. They had went on to divide the Bengal into two, okay, in 1905. So Bengal partition was done in 1905. Several protest meetings were held. Together they decided to boycott the English cloth. The major part of the boycott, the major part of Swadeshi movement was to boycott the foreign cloth, that is English cloth and salt. So this is a famous Swadeshi movement which has triggered because of the proposal of Bengal partition. So they started boycotting the English cloth and the salt. There was a tremendous mass response to this call. All sections of the people participated with the call, and people boycotted. Voluntarily they have boycotted the usage of the cloth, and they have brought the foreign cloth and burnt on the chaurastas. The foreign cloth were burnt, picketing of the shops which were selling the foreign goods was done, and just as we were doing these all now presently on the China goods, so the same kind of environment was present. So it has become very common even in the corners of the Bengal. People started doing picketing of the foreign goods shop, and burning of the foreign cloth has become very common. Women refused to wear even the bangles, foreign bangles. They have taken out their foreign bangles and they started using Swadeshi, that which are made in our country, made in India brand. They started using Indian salt, Indian cloth, Indian bangles, and even sugar. Even priests had refused to put the Naivedyam to the god which used foreign sugar. Only the jaggery or the sugar which is made in India was used. And even washerwomen also refused to wash the clothes of the foreign cloth. So this early nationalists were very much successful in germinating the nationalism, because the spontaneous unity which was brought among the diverse people of this India was slowly germinating of nationalism among the Indians. There was also the call for boycott of all government institutions like schools, colleges, courts. Even there was a call to boycott them because they all were run by the government. And people set up Swadeshi schools where only the teachers of Indians, only the mother tongue languages were taught there. And parallel courts were also set up in some of the cities. And the idea was to refuse to cooperate with the government. We will never cooperate with the government, and to undermine its position, they tried to do that one. They never paid taxes. They did not listen. They did not obey the laws. So this is all like they refused the government administration. The Swadeshi movement gave tremendous impetus to the Indian industry also, because everybody started using the Indian goods. So there was a boom for the Indian goods. There was a great demand in the market for the Indian goods. In fact, beginning were made in the manufacture of the Swadeshi salt and sugar, matchboxes, everything Swadeshi making got started. Now Narendra Modi also has given call for be a vocal to the local. It's nothing but make our Indian companies more popular. Okay. So the same kind of campaign was held even during the national movement, where the Indian salt, Indian matchboxes, Indian sugar, these companies started making profits because of more number of people started using it. The movement gave a stimulus to the PC Race chemical factory in Bengal. Bengal Chemical Works of PC Race has become one of the most important company in Bengal. And even Jamshedji Tata started iron and steel plant at Jamshedpur in 1900s and in Bihar. And the movement also created tremendous demand for the indigenous goods, for our Indian goods, and the textile industry of India. Textile industry means the industry which produces the cloth. This textile industry also received a very great impetus, and they received a great impetus from the Swadeshi movement. Most of the people were using the Swadeshi made cloth, and this all was part of the Swadeshi movement. And in the next class we shall learn about the moderates and the extremist children. Thank you.